Here with WBO Junior Welterweight Champion Chris Algieri, who will be taking on Manny Pacquiao in Macau, China. Talk to us about that fight.
Right now it's all about the training. Training's going really well. We're here to fight a little bit, but we're looking forward to the 22nd.
You know, you're here today for a boxing event at the Stubhub. How excited are you to see Triple G against another power puncher, Rubio?
Yeah, Triple G is a badass. Marco Antonio Rubio is a badass, so it should be a good fight.
What do you see in the featherweight contest against Nonito Donaire and Walters?
That's gonna be a hell of a fight. It's a pick'em fight too, because Walters can really punch, and you know, we all know Nonito is super skilled. So we'll see.
So when exactly are you going to go to Macau, China? How do you go about acclimating yourself to a different time difference?
I'll be there about 2 weeks before. I was there for the press tour, no problem acclimating, so I don't foresee any issues.
You know, since becoming WBO Junior Welterweight Champ, have you been having a lot of fans just coming to you up for autographs, photos, just mauling you, left and right?
The fan support's been great. You know, you got to do it for the fans, so it's been very good.
And how's training coming along?
Awesome. Feeling really, really confident, getting better every day, and you know, the game plan's coming together. Really psyched.
And what are some of the things that you have to do to come out victorious in that fight against Manny Pacquiao?
I just go out there and be myself. You know, I got to go out there and follow the game plan. My coaches have a great plan. We got to go out there and execute.
Any final words to your fans out there?
Keep checking out. Check out ChrisAlgieri.com. Check in on my training and see what we got coming on November 22nd.
Thank you, Chris. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Here with Ruslan Provdnikov, who'll be fighting in Russia, most likely against Jose Luis Castillo. Talk to us about this fight.
Ты, скорее всего, будешь драться в России, возможно, с Хозе Луис Кастильо. Скажи, что думаешь об этом бое?
Для меня этот бой возвращение, то есть мне не хочется, конечно, чтобы этот бой прошел очень легким, то есть я не ищу легких путей, но мне нужно вернуться сейчас очень хорошо и ярко, и сделать подарок своим болельщикам, и потом вернуться на HBO. Это моя цель на сегодня.
This is a comeback fight for me. I don't want to say it's an easy fight. I don't look for easy fights, but I want to come back in an exciting fashion, and that's what I'll be looking for in this fight. And then, you know, I'm looking to come back on HBO next year.
Now, if victorious in November, do you want a rematch with Timothy Bradley, who you fought here at the Stubhub, and it was an exciting fight? Or would you also like the rematch against Chris Algieri, who was just here an hour ago?
На следующий год ты бы хотел реванш с Брэдли, с которым ты тут встречался, или, может быть, с Крисом Алджери, который только что пришел?
Ну, если выбирать из них двоих, то, конечно, я бы хотел боя с Брэдли. Но и титул хочу вернуть обратно и доказать, что я сильнее.
If I had to choose from the two of them, I would want the Bradley fight. You know, that's the fight that I want, but I also want to get my title back, so I want that rematch as well.
How's training going with Freddie Roach? Are you preparing yourself well for that date on November 28th?
Как подготовка идет с Фредди Рочем? Ты хорошо готовишься к этому?
Подготовка идет очень хорошо, но я готовлю сейчас с его преемником, с его заместителем, скажем так, с филиппинским Фредди Роучем, это Марвин Самонио. То есть подготовка проходит очень хорошо, вообще мне очень все нравится, все замечательно.
Training camp is going very well. I'm training right now not with Freddie, because Freddie's in the Philippines. I'm training with the Filipino Freddie Roach, Marvin Samodio, his assistant, his main guy, and the training's going very well. Everything that I expect, and I'll be ready for the fight.
What are your thoughts on Gennady Golovkin's performance against Rubio?
Что думаешь по поводу боя Головкина?
Ну, для меня интриги не было, все произошло так, как я думал, то есть Гена на самом деле вундеркинд от бокса, и я думаю, что в 72 ему просто не с кем драться, и ему надо подниматься выше.
I saw what I expected. There was no intrigue for me in this fight, and I knew he was going to knock him out. You know, Gennady's just a very, very good boxer. He's a top-of-the-line boxer, and I think that at 160, there's nobody else there that he can fight. There's not that many guys that are at his level. So if he wants to be in a real fight, he has to go up and wait and maybe fight Andre Ward.
My last question, if you can have any fight at 140 or 147, who would it be?
Если бы ты мог получить любой бой в 140 или 147, с кем бы ты встретился?
Матисса, Майдана, Гарсия, то есть это Брэдли, соответственно, то есть это те бои, которые меня мотивируют, которые я хочу выходить, я хочу оставить о себе историю. Жизнь такая длинная, поэтому хочется сделать как можно больше, успеть и тратить время на такие пустяки, как страх, нет смысла. Я хочу делать свою историю.
Matisse, Maidana, Garcia, Timothy Bradley. I want to leave my story. You know, life is not that long. I don't think there's a point of being afraid of anybody like some of these fighters are being. And I think that you have to be in the biggest fights you can be so you can leave a history behind you. That's my plan and that's my goal.
Thank you. A true warrior and a real champion. Thank you very much. here with the one and only great champion, Roy Jones Jr. Roy, talk to us about Nonito Donaire versus Nicholas Walters. What happened in that fight?
Well, very tough fight. Walters came to win. Walters is trying to become the new boss in the division. Tonight he did that. 126. You got to give him his credit. I mean, the X-Man is the man right now. He beat the man. He didn't run from him. He came. He fought the man. He beat the man. And with that being said, he is the man tonight.
So you feel that Walters is one of the brightest new champions at 126?
He is the newest and brightest champion at 126. Yes, he brings a new energy to the weight class, a new style, a new power to the weight class. So yes, I do.
Where does Donaire go from here?
Back to 122. The best fighter at this weight class is Nicholas Walters. There, that may be too small for him because you hurt him, but you couldn't keep him off you. So, and Donaire said that himself. So the best thing to do is go back down to 122 and continue fighting.
You know, a lot of people are saying that Donaire no longer has the heart, no longer has the determination to be a champion. Did he show it in that fight, or was he really fighting as hard as he could?
Fight as hard as he could. It's not about having a heart. Sometimes, you know, a guy that had a heart, he showed the heart in the last fight against Victor Cheney. Tonight, he had a heart, he just had a size. You know what I'm saying? He's got a size disadvantage, a real muscle size disadvantage, and he showed up.
Well, let's talk about Gennady Golovkin. He looked fantastic scoring that knockout against Rubio. What are your thoughts on that?
Triple G is always Triple G. You've always been dependent on Triple G, and like Max said, no lower tier middleweight or no mediocre middleweight is going to beat Triple G. It's going to take a top-notch middleweight to even go the distance with Triple G. If you're not top-notch, don't even go in there because you're wasting your time. He stays ready. He trains year-round. He always ready for whatever. Middle class to a lower class guy, lower level guy will not be.
Is there anyone that you think could give him trouble right now?
Well, I like to see him fight Peter Quinn. That'd be a very good fight. Peter Quinn would be a great fight. But why even waste time with that? We can take him right to Andre, make him a pay-per-view fight, and put him Andre Ward on and find out who's the second best fighter, pound for pound in the world today.
How does a prime Roy Jones beat a Triple G?
A prime Roy Jones, we ain't even talk about these dudes. Prime Roy Jones, right? You don't even hear about dudes like this. You feel me? So we ain't gonna talk about that.
Well, what are your thoughts on what's Triple G's next fight? What's the next thing?
I like to see him fight Ward next.
So that's the fight at 168. You think that can happen?
Give the fans what they want. Neither one of them have a loss. Ward, nobody seems to be able to solve the Ward puzzle. Nobody can solve the Triple G puzzle. Why not put the two puzzles in there together and let's see what happens?
Do you think it's possible that we'll see Triple G against Chavez Jr. or Canelo?
For what? For what? They're not going to. I mean, they might have good fights, but they might put up good fights, good effort. But for me, it's like these guys are good fighters, but why not put him in against the best if you want to see the best out of him? What brings out the best in a fighter? The best in a fighter. The next best. Joe Frazier brought the best out of Ali.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you so much. Nicholas Walters, quick interview. Talk to us about the knockout against Nonito Donaire.
Well, actually, it was a great fight. Great fight. Caught me also, and you know, I was working behind my job, setting up everything, and he just worked out perfectly. I introduced him, give him the opportunity, and then counter punch him, and that's it.
You beat a great fighter, and now you're the champion. How does that feel?
Well, actually, I was the champ, but he was the super champ. Now I'm the super champ, and I have nothing to take away from Donaire. He's still a great fighter. He's a world-class fighter, and you know, he gave me the opportunity, and I make use of my opportunity.
And what's next for you?
Well, I'm going back to Panama. I'm going to take a small vacation, but I'm going to talk to my handlers, Mr. Jack Lisham, which is my manager, and I'm going to sit down with him, and we know where we go from there.
Well, who do you want for 2015? You got Guillermo Rigondeaux at 122. You got Abner Maris. You have Johnny Gonzalez, who was just here earlier. Well, who do you want?
Who do I want?
Who do you want?
I want all the top names. That's what I want.
Any final words? Any final words to your fans out there, Nicholas?
Hey, thanks for supporting the X-Men. I want to be the best, and in order to be the best, you got to beat the best, and that's what I'm up for.
Thank you, champ.
Cool.
Have a great one. Hey, Abel. So only 2 rounds, but the fight fans got what they wanted, a knockout. Talk to us about that.
I think that everybody expected a dramatic ending. I expected 4, maybe 5 rounds, but the crowd got what they wanted. Just like when Tyson was knocking everybody out in 90 seconds, you know, you got mad because you paid that big chunk of money to see the fight, but then you went away so happy because you saw
History.
Not only history, but you saw something that is seldom done today. You know, it wasn't, like he says, it's not a dance. This is serious business.
Yeah, you know, the fight fans here are predominantly a Mexican race, yet they embrace Gennady as their own. Why is that?
I think just like it is for me, it's the ride, how he's done it. It's not a braggadocious kind of guy. He's not insulting anybody. He's not bad-mouthing anybody. He respects everybody that steps through the ropes with him. He's not trying to belittle anybody. And when he steps the ropes, then that's when he belittles them. You know, he makes them feel like the children.
And he seems to do all the right things, like walking him around the ring when you guys are about to do the ring entrance with the belt. And then at the end, he speaks in Spanish to his fans. That was genius.
Well, I'd like to take credit for the second part of it, but I can't tell you. I talk to him in Spanish all the time in the gym. You know, little words like that, little phrases. But the walk around the arena was Tom Loeffler's and my idea to walk him around just because we thought it may be a short night, so might as well give the fans a little glimpse of what we hope is going to be a megastar.
And what's next for 2015? Are you hoping Chavez or Canelo Alvarez, Carl Froch?
I sure hope so, but 2015 I think is going to be the breakout year. It's up to Tom and Max and Oleg Herman to put something together that certifies him, but we're fighting in February somewhere. It's not 100% sure it'll be in Monte Carlo, but if they can come up with something here, I'm sure that Tom would rearrange it here.